Welcome once again back to the lab. It is your old Professor Pilk, and of course today we're not necessarily talking about the raid, though it is running here in the background because I've been farming the heck out of this raid. It's been a lot of fun. But we are here to talk about gift codes, and of course we have a lot of people out there with new Switches, new Pokemon games, who have never had a chance to get these gift codes. So we're here for you. Now, if you've already received all the gift codes we talked about as of last month, you are current. Unfortunately, there are no new gift codes at this time. I do expect some more soon, but right now it seems they are more focused on the raids at the moment. So if you have the gift codes, just do me a solid, subscribe if you haven't, hit that old like button. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into the gift codes for the people that haven't received them, shall we? Code number one that we're going to deal with today is actually just going to give you a bunch of evolution stones. The code is real simple. It is element stones with an O or with a 0 instead of an O. Pretty easy stuff, pretty straightforward. Just type in element stones with a 0 instead of an O. Now, this is a really interesting gift because, if you have like evolutions or anything like that you're looking to get, I know for me, I'm always looking for like one stone or another. There are some stones where I have like 1,000 of, and some stones where I'm just completely dry on. So this is going to give you a fire stone, a thunder stone, a water stone, a leaf stone, and an ice stone. So that's really handy. The next one is essentially the same thing. It's all the cosmic stones. So the code is cosmic stones, just with a 0 instead of an O. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward stuff. Not that hard to figure out. This one, another one that's, really good for evolutions and things like, obviously that's what the stones are for in general. But this is going to give you a sunstone, a moonstone, a shiny stone, a dusk stone, and a dawn stone. So lots of evolutions up for grabs there. But nevertheless, those are all the stones up for grabs. The final stone up for grab today is vitamins. And this one's pretty straightforward. It's just V1 TAM1NS, and then the codes are always up above as well. And that's going to give you 2 of each: HP up, protein, iron, carbos, calcium, and zinc. And those are basically all the items that you can use to increase your stats. Most of you guys probably know how that works. You do need 26 of these to complete some, but 2 is better than none, I suppose. And they are fairly, that's 20,000 Pokedollars worth, actually each. That's right there for all 6. That's 120,000 Pokedollars worth. So WideGuard LA1C25. That's WideGuard LA for Latin America. 1C instead of international, or instead of IC. And for international, we have the 1C because obviously I is not going to be a thing. And 25 for 2025, even though it's 2024. Whatevs. So let's go ahead and acquire our gift here. Now, once again, with WideGuard, you want to put a 1 instead of an I. So W1DE guard LA1C25. Just want to emphasize that. Should be correct right above as well. And this will actually be a shiny Pelipper. Not every day you get a shiny mystery gift, so very nice that. There he is. So to acquire the shiny Meloetta, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go into the Pokemon Home app, either on your phone, tablet, whatever kind of device you're doing this on. It's not actually available on the Switch. You have to do it through here. So to do so, all you're going to do is go to the base page here. You're going to go into this little screen here and go to Mystery Gifts. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And go to your gift box. Pokedex completion. There she is. So now that we're in here, we could just go into our newest 30. And she's right there. There she be. So this is the very first time that Meloetta has been available shiny. This is the very first time she's ever been available like this. And this looks like we had a fateful encounter in the Paldea region, which of course is because, obviously we got her for doing the whole dex. Let's actually move her over to Scarlet and Violet and pull her into the game real quick. Okay, so we're back over in Scarlet and Violet, and there she is in all her glory. Now, I don't think I covered it before, but in order to acquire her, you have to catch every single Pokemon in all 3 dexes, both the regular Paldea dex, the Blueberry dex, and the Kitakami dex. Once you've done that, then in Pokemon Home, you can actually go and she'll be available the same way I did her through the mystery gifts. Time consuming, but pretty straightforward. So go get your shiny Meloetta. Is 909 Team Up 06. This is for Roy's Fuecoco. Now, my first apology here, guys. We do not have the Sprigatito code anymore. That actually expired at the end of the last month. So if you do not have a Sprigatito, I do have an option for you. Now, if you have Pokemon Home, or if you download Pokemon Home or whatever, it is completely free. You can acquire that. Once you sync Pokemon Scarlet or Violet to Pokemon Home, you will get all 3 starters. But this code will give you a Fuecoco. And Fuecoco times out at the end of January. So time is kind of growing short. Our next code is Yasobi Biribiri. Now, this is a Pawmet that you can acquire that is, once again, from the anime. All first 5 of these codes are going to be for Pokemon that you can acquire pretty easily. This is just a standard Yasobi. It's not too standard Pawmet. It's not too crazy. It just happens to be from the anime. This one is good until February 28th of this year. So go ahead and acquire that. Not a crisis, but once again, you don't want to sleep on these. Now at this point, we got to get up into some items. We've already acquired all of the actual Pokemon that we can acquire. Now we are going to go after some Quick Balls. I think it's been a while since I acquired these. I think this is 30 Quick Balls. But the code is literally just gotcha Pokemon. Pretty much, makes a lot of sense. I personally really like Quick Balls. I think they're fantastic. They're one of my favorite balls in the game. So my legendaries are actually in Quick Balls, which is really super nice. But go ahead and acquire that. Gotcha Pokemon is the code. It's up above. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. That one times out on February 28th as well. Our next code is for another item. It's actually a really nice item. That is the Expert Belt. Expert Belt is, the code is super effective. You can just, like I said, type it in just like you see above. These things are all in Elite Speak, essentially. So, certain words are replaced with numbers. It's the thing, guys. But that one is also available until February 28th of this year. So make sure you guys type that in. Get that. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward stuff. We've got 2 more things up for grabs, and they are both kind of clothing items. Well, sort of clothing items. This first one is a Rotom case for your Rotom phone. It is Neo. It's the Neo Katami Rotom phone case. And I don't actually think you have to have the DLC to acquire it. I don't know that for certain, but if you don't have the DLC and you try it, let me know in the comments down below by all accounts. But Neo Rotom cover, you already see the code up above, is the code. That's going to pop the free phone case, and it's a pretty cool looking phone case. I personally am kind of fond of it. And our final code today is Wear Terrestrial Cap. This one actually times out once again in November, so you are kind of coming close on this one. It's just a hat that's got the little terrestrialized symbol from Scarlet and Violet up there. And as you see, the code up above is simply Wear Terrestrial Cap. Just type it in, claim your code, and that is what we have right now. There is still the Mythical Peccaberry that you can get via the internet if you just use the regular internet download. And when more codes do arrive, and I expect more sometime here in the very near future, as kind of Scarlet and Violet's winding down and Legends Z Alpha is starting to really kick off in popularity, and we get closer to the Switch 2 and all that, I do expect more codes and more really interesting stuff. But for now, that is going to be that. Let me know what you thought, as always, in the comments down below. Like, comment, share, and I'll see you guys again real soon for more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, or really other Pokemon games.